It was in pretty good condition. It was drivable. You could tell it's had body work done to it before and not up to our standards. So it all got stripped after it came in here. So you could tell the gaps and stuff weren't going to be the way that we normally like them. But it looked like it was going to be a project to get it the way Karl wants it. But I mean, they all are.
The car came in pretty intact, so we didn't have a whole lot of stuff other than knowing it was going to be a Karl car, which means everything comes apart, everything gets blasted, everything gets touched. So we knew going in, doing enough Karl cars, what we were going to get into, and it gives us a chance to show what we can do, so we like that.
It's a Art Morrison chassis, Willwood brakes all the way around, strange rear end, LS engine, Borla injection, 4L70 transmission. They're Dakota digital gauges along with Holley ECU. It's got the link module to get those two connected together. It's a Holley Dominator. All kinds of electrical stuff that's hidden under the dash and then throughout the car. Just different things to retrofit it and make it look like it's old, but it still has all the new features that you would want on any current street rod.
Look at the car, it's laser straight. I mean, you put a light down it, it's just completely straight. You're just looking into a mirror, and the paint job definitely adds, completes the look. They go hand in hand. If it wasn't straight, the paint wouldn't look good. So yeah, no, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it looks amazing.
Karl has me spray out a series of cards. He'll pick, like he said, he wanted red. So I sprayed out 7 different reds, and mostly we stick with GM colors. So we did the original year color for this red, we did torch red, we did redline red, Corvette red, a bunch of different reds that were all in the same category. And we have Karl pick which one he wanted. And he came up, this is torch red on this car, it's one of his favorite colors. It's a Corvette color, GM color. We started off with, it's all PPG base, it's house color clear, there's 5 to 6 coats of clear. We sand and buff this thing very hard to get it very flat, so it takes a lot of material to do that.
Everybody's different in how they want their cars done, and Karl's, he's got his list of things that he looks for. So he likes his gaps, pretty tight and close. And on the older cars, it's a little harder to get them close. It takes a lot more metalwork finesse than you would think. They're not like the new cars where you got a little eighth inch gap, but gaps and just making sure all the panels and everything are flush and even, and just having that symmetrical, perfect look.
I know people are going to be looking underneath the fenders, and especially when you look at it and you're wondering, how did something work? And you can't tell how it's going to work, but it is working, like whether it's wiring related or mechanically related. And that's going to make people either lay down on the ground and look at it, use mirrors, lights, or whatever, or just ask the question, how did you make this work? And so yeah, it's definitely something the judges are going to look at it, good guys, and just general public that's looking at it.
A lot of times we have to go back and fix all that stuff first. We didn't have to do that from this one. So this one was take it apart and just meticulously strip it, then bodywork it, and we have to make it better than it was from the factory. So any little wiggle that it might have had from the factory can't have that wiggle now. The edges and everything have to be perfect. All the seam seals have to be ground out and put new seam sealer in. All the edges, the spot welds and stuff have to be cleaned up. So it's just there wasn't really any major big thing on this. It was just the tension, just going back and making sure every single little bit of it was right.